setting up the database on SQL on Oracle Live is a little bit tricky. So what I'm going to show you in this video is how to do it. So you will find on Blackboard two files that have part 1 and part 2. So what I did was I downloaded those two parts on my laptop, part 1 and part 2. So the first thing is you're going to click on SQL Worksheet, and then you're going to go to part 1, and you're going to Control A, select everything, Control C to copy, or Command C if you're on a Mac, and then you're going to come here and you're going to paste it, and you're going to run it. That's fine. You're not going to get this error message because what I did was I actually removed these from Blackboard, but yours is going to be fine. You're not going to get those top 5 error messages, but everything else is going to get executed. And then what I want you to do is to save it and give it a name. So I'm going to save it database part 1, or I'm going to save it sample SQL and give it a name, sample SQL from Blackboard. Okay, so I'm going to save that. And then what we want to do is we want to edit this script. So what we're going to do is we're going to say add statement, and then we're going to go and open part 2, and we're going to copy everything in it. So Control A to select everything, copy, Control C, and then I'm going to come here and I'm going to paste it, and I'm going to say add statement. And now I'm going to say run script, and I'm going to say perform action. And now it tells me that everything has been successful. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to exit out, because this is the first time. I'm going to exit out, and then I want to come in and do that, use that SQL script that I have loaded. So I'm going to say sign in. So that step that I just showed you where you're adding the SQL, the sample SQL in 2 steps, you only have to do that 1 time. After that, if you go to my scripts, you will find that your script is there. I have a lot of scripts that I was testing with, but you're going to only have 1 that you just created. So what you do at the beginning is you click on that My Sample SQL, and I'm just going to delete those statements. You don't have to do that. Yours is not going to include them because I made sure to remove them. So that's fine. I'll remove them later. But what you're going to do every time you log into Oracle Live SQL to do your work, this script you need to run, because what Oracle does when you sign out, it deletes your session, it deletes all the tables that have been created. So every time you log into Oracle Live, you're going to have to run this. So here it is. I'm going to just say run script, and it should give me the command that everything has been run successfully, except of course for the first drop tables. That's okay. So if I scroll all the way down, everything is fine. I'm going to click X. And now if I go back and create another SQL worksheet, an empty one, I can run some commands like the ones that I will teach you. So for example, if I wanted to see all the data that was in the employee table, I would say, I would run this statement, and you're going to learn it later, and it's going to show you the data. Okay, so if you have a Mac or you're going to be running online, you don't want to install Oracle, this is how you set it up. Now, the part that I missed telling you at the beginning is that you need to go to livesql.oracle.com and create an account and sign in with that account.